Hello, everybody, and welcome to the new season of Outlast Trials, dropping next Tuesday, July 14th at 7 a.m. PT time. Project Boneyard is going to be brand new season. Finally getting another coil map. Dude looks sick as hell with the cowboy outfit on, being a little warden himself. Gonna get a new map called the Prison Farm. Brand new X-Pop called the Biter, which looks to be like a chained guy. Similar to the Berserker. And last but not least, Amelia is free. So if you want to stick around to the very end, I'm going to be talking about a few theories about Amelia, some more of the psychology behind it. But for now, we're going to get right into the patch notes. Right away, you're going to instantly be seeing Coil finally is getting his third and probably final trial. It's going to be called the Prison Farm. And as you can see, the first main trial will be called Locksock the Warden. You can see the Warden crawling throughout the entirety of the trailer here. Let me go ahead and turn the playback speed up. Following Coil the entire time, and it looks like that's the whole goal, is that you want to be leading the Warden to kill him, as untimely as that may be for him. We're also going to get the X-Pop, the Biter, which has been seen before in development pictures, in development art. We've seen the Biter before, and personally, I thought that it was going to be denigrated because we had the Berserker and we also had the Jaeger, and so it didn't really feel like the Biter would really make sense. But finally, we're going to be getting the Biter. He's going to be a chained fella, and personally, I think that he's going to be able to break free somehow, similar to the Berserker. I don't know. It says here that the Biter is a psycho-sadist, former forced labor inmates incapacitated through acts of self-mutilation, physically repaired and mentally destroyed by Murkoff doctors and scientists. The unfortunate thing is they're only going to be available in 3 trials come the update. The 2 new MK challenges and Prison Farm. It makes sense for him to be in Prison Farm, but the 2 MK challenges, as you'll see here, bribe the judges, which is going to be in the courthouse, I believe, and cancel the broadcast, which appears to be in the broadcast studio. Could be wrong, though, but both of those, I believe, are Crest trials. Or no, the judge house, the courthouse is Coil. So a new Coil, I think, and a new Crest twin. They look interesting, but, the MK challenges aren't what we're here for. We're here for the new map and the new X-Pop and Amelia's release. Obviously, we're going to get a new catalog here, Project Boneyard, some new outfits. And we're going to get a new community event coming with the update that's going to last for about a month and a half. And it's called the Blood Drive. It says that we're going to be competing as a group to get rewards and milestones. And with Blood Drive, I see, a very busty woman. They're trying to drain the blood from cut hands. So what it makes me think is that there's going to be blood bags or syringes or something of the sort where throughout the trial, maybe it's a modifier that we select. Throughout the trial, we collect our blood. And with every vial collected, we turn it in somehow. Or every vial collected counts towards a global leaderboard. That's something that they've been trying to push recently. And as you can see with later on down the line with Escalation 2.0 or Escalation Revamp, there's going to be a new leaderboard for that. So maybe it's something where it's a community challenge where we collect our blood cumulatively. Or maybe it's a modifier similar to, what was it called? Prime Cuts or something like that. The summer one where there was the Hot Flash modifier. And then in the Lilia trials, there's also the freezing modifier. So maybe it's something like that where you get hit with a random gooseberry bleed every once in a while. And maybe that's just the extension of the modifier. I hope not. I hope that there's some items that you have to collect, and then it provides to the group as a whole. Whatever. We're gonna get Invasion 2.0 finally. So, it's been like a year since it's been out, maybe half a year. And there's going to be a new struggle minigame. What that struggle minigame means, I believe, is that when an imposter goes to stab you, I think that there may be a chance for you, if you're prepared, to repel him. Instead of simply just taking it on the chin, and if you haven't hit him enough times with bricks or bottles, maybe there's finally a chance for the reagents to fight back. The imposter is going to get a new balancing pass as well as the reagent. And they're going to get new loadouts. These are the new loadouts. Mimic. So you assume the appearance of reagent, become quieter while moving, while stabbing, and hold a fake item to blend in from pings, which is huge because pings used to be such a big way to reveal the imposter, especially if you were in Discord together. Neuroshock is a projectile that briefly disrupts a reagent, disabling their rig. I think that if it slows them, maybe that would be nice, but I don't know if Neuroshock is going to be that useful. Stim is going to give you a speed boost, stamina boost, and projectile immunity boost. This is going to be huge, just like Mimic. Steel Trap, once again, I don't know, unless this thing is like very hard to see. I don't really see it being that useful. Traps in the game already are kind of like whatever. And it'll also depend on like slippers. Is that going to mean slippers is going to be helpful again? I don't know. Motion sensor, a deployable device that detects nearby reagent movement, and then X-Pop bait, which lures an X-Pop to the area. I don't know if this is going to mean that imposters are going to be able to hold multiple gadgets, or if they're only going to have one gadget or whatever. It also does say that all amps now work in Invasion, so who knows? We'll see when it comes out next Tuesday. Escalation 2.0, basically they're making this like a new competitive thing. I liked how Diablo did it, where every week they had like a new trial that you had to go through, and then people at the top of the leaderboard got rewarded. I think that's what they're trying to go for with this. So unfortunately, all escalation trials are going to be reset come next Tuesday, which is whatever. I need mine reset anyways. And there's going to be new group finder changes, escalation UI, and most importantly, the leaderboard. I think that's going to be the hugest thing, or the biggest thing. And also weekly escalation. So we're going to get some modifiers in there. So maybe that'll make things interesting. Maybe it won't. I don't know. New outfits, new loadout presets, new knife and rig customizations, mastery tasks, and a hint system, which is going to be so helpful for me. Some of the trials are so confusing. And then Twitch drops. So similar to how the primetime event had those Twitch drops with um, the prime assets, we're gonna get a new outfit going on that says glyph. It says glyph, and then you get a little hat with it. I like the hot dog, but I mean, I don't know. That's pretty much it. But last but not least, we're gonna actually get into some theory crafting here. So going over the trailer, the cinematic, at the very beginning, we see a few reagents running away in this bloody death pit. Now, I don't know, this bloody death pit doesn't ring any bells, but you know, we see a couple dead reagents. Could this be something that's Amelia related? I don't know. Maybe this is the prison farm. Maybe they're just showing the prison farm off. And we also get a good glimpse of our new X-Pop right here. You get to see his little clawed feet running on the ground. And later on, you actually do get to see him again. I believe that's the warden. You get to see him again somewhere. You don't get to actually see gameplay of him, but yeah, here he is. You get to see this dude tweaking out against the rope. So that you know, we don't get to see any gameplay of him, unfortunately. And the biggest thing here,
no!
Amelia is back. So getting into these theories already, it's a little early too, but personally, I think that they are going with, you know, throughout the trailer, they're talking about how do you bring someone to love you after so much hate. And the entirety of the game, that's all Easterman's is doing, right? He's hurting us so we can love him. We're getting that mix of love and hate. And when we go through those rebirths or the getting reborn, we finally get the, oh, you're doing so good, honey, blah, 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 blah. And I think Easterman is trying to do that with Amelia. And this tactic is called Darvo. Deny, attack. What's it called? Deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender. And so what it is it's used by narcissists or abusers or, you know, bad people to incite upon their victims to make them feel bad for what they're doing. And I think that that is what they're doing with Amelia. So instead of freeing her again, we're going to get another, you know, bailout thing where everyone tries to run away. I don't think that's what we're going to be getting. I think Easterman has learned. I know Easterman is under heat from the from introducing knives to the reagents. right? That's a huge thing that's a big no-no that we've seen. He's not supposed to be given knives to the reagents in the invasion mode. Maybe that's something that we see with Invasion 2.0, maybe with the gadgets. I don't know. And another thing he's under heat for is allowing this escape attempt to even happen in the first place, and for reagents to be empowered to escape. So maybe what I think they're doing is they're hyping up Amelia to potentially be Easterman's replacement. I could be wrong, but I think Easterman may be stepping down and Amelia's here to take place. And maybe this is what leads us to the Chapel Hill incident, not Chapel Hill. What's it called in Outlast 2? I forget. Or Outlast 1. Ah, Outlast 2. Temple Gate. I think this is what maybe leads us to Temple Gate. Is Amelia being involved, throwing a wrench in the plans, being this like former reagent turned bad guy, part of Easterman's staff. And who knows, maybe she just becomes a part of Easterman's staff. But I really don't think that they're going to rehash the plot point of the escape again and like string her up or whatever. She's either going to become an ex-pop like the Jaeger, she's either become a prime asset, or she's going to become a Easterman lackey or Easterman himself. So that's just what my theory is. I think that throughout the entire trailer, they're trying to be emblematic and thematic on, you know, Stockholm syndrome and how do you make love, hate, and then finally love. I don't know. That's just my theory. If you guys have theories, please drop them down in the comments. I'm super excited for this new season, Project Boneyard. Once again, dropping next Tuesday. I just got home from work and had to share this news with you. So, peace.